So let's start with modernizing your infrastructure. So we've been delivering HCI for a long time, ever since our founding days. And you know and love us for this. But you also told us multiple times that you would like more flexibility in terms of choices of hardware to deploy your HCI platform with us. And many of you have existing hardware. So we heard you. And last year, we talked about how we could bring the goodness of the Nutanix platform together with external storage. And this year, we've delivered. So we now have, in general availability, the Nutanix solution, the cloud platform, available with Dell PowerFlex. Now, this is not just about a hypervisor connected to external storage. It is about the full Nutanix cloud platform, including the hypervisor, of course, but including our software-defined networking, our micro-segmentation security, our automation and operations, all put together in the mission-critical resilience that we deliver together with Dell's PowerFlex, maintaining the same simplicity and ease of use as you have with your HCI platform. We've been in early access trials with several customers with the solution. And one of them, and let's hear from them, please welcome from Moody's, Tony Bacon. Tony,
hey,
great to have you here.
Good morning, everyone.
Great that you were able to make it here.
Sure.
Wonderful. Moody's is a 115-year-old company. So tell us a bit about that and what your environment is like.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm not 115 years old, but I feel like we might be getting there. Yeah, Moody's an interesting company. We actually have two lines of business, really. A ratings business that I think everyone's probably the most familiar with. That's the one that goes back 115 years. And we do a lot of internal hosting for their applications. But the other part of the company is our analytics business, which is really a software company, really a SaaS organization. And they're the people that are really in sort of the multi-cloud environment. So we really support two different lines of businesses. Super interesting and often very complex.
Yeah. I remember meeting with you, Tony, last year when I came to New York, and I think you were on vacation that day, and you came actually into the office to meet me.
Yeah, I think it was a Monday in the summertime or something, and we made sure we had a nice meeting room on the 52nd floor downtown.
I remember the views, yes.
Yeah, really good
views
views.
Of downtown.
It's a great working environment.
Statue of Liberty, I remember that.
Exactly.
But what I remember very clearly is what you told me that day, which is you said, look, you just bought a ton of Dell PowerFlex,
yeah,
and if Nutanix was going to be in your environment, we needed to work together with PowerFlex.
Yeah, definitely. We were going through a big migration project last year, and thankfully went very well. And we were having conversations about what we were going to do after the migration. We'd made the capital investment, and we were really looking for some optionality around what we were running and where we were running it. So yeah, that's the conversation we had. I wasn't going to buy any more hardware, that's for sure. I was done with that.
Yeah, and then I think from there on, we talked about early access, and you and the team have been looking at Nutanix and the early access program. So this is what brought you to Nutanix. Tell us a bit more about your experience so far.
Yeah, the early access program, we spoke about it back in the summertime, and then really I think we kicked in, I want to say October of last year. The program was excellent for us. We really had a lot of connection with our network team, our virtualization team and storage team, and working with the Nutanix product team, the engineering people, the cadence of communication, collaboration. We even did like a visit to one of our colos, did the setup, I think, in like early February. And we were really close to the program, really, really professional, and quite lucky, I think we were. We learned a lot as well, so it came out very, very well. We needed it to.
And your team gave us a lot of feedback as well as part of that experience, which helps the product itself.
Right.
Now, your team was pretty new to Nutanix. They never experienced Nutanix in the past. Of course, they'd been deploying VMware for a long time. And so how did that work? What did you have to do to get them ramped up?
Yeah, I think being involved in the early access program was part of it, but another key part was the actual learning, the certified professional training. So we actually had, I think, 11 of our team in our Charlotte office in January, Jan 15th. They'd been sort of doing the pre-course work, and we had a whole sort of boot camp certification day. And that was in parallel with the early access program to really allow our team to be more technically proficient and maybe moving a mindset and having that option to be away from VMware.
Indeed. And Tony, you talked about the dichotomy in your business across your very established rating service and your growing analytics business. What does that mean from an IT infrastructure perspective for you?
Yeah, I think with the difference of the businesses and our ratings business pretty much on-prem and our analytics business very much in the cloud, there's a hybrid motion going on there, and that's really where I see Nutanix and cloud management really coming to the forefront. So we're just at the beginning of that journey. But I think there's opportunity financially. We're hopefully going to save some money, but really have that portability. I have that phrase of sort of the right workload in the right place for the right reasons. And that's where we're aiming towards.
Any comments on where we want to go longer term together?
Yeah, look, I think we wanted optionality around the software side. The hybrid cloud is something, we spend a lot of money in the public cloud, like probably nearly everyone in this room. So we really want to have that option with you guys to say, can we move workload around? Can we have it in the right place for the right reasons, whether that's in the Americas or in Europe? And I think Nutanix is going to be one of our pathways to that for sure.
And I want to say thank you to you and your team for engaging with us on that early access program and for investing the time and resources on your side to take this and help us bring this to market.
No, I appreciate it. It's been really good for us. I think it's probably one of the best things we've actually done, or I've done as well, so it's good.
No, it's wonderful, Tony, and thank you very much for joining us today on stage. So great. Thank you very much. We look forward to the partnership.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Tony. So we've had Tony and many others part of the early access program, and they're plan to use this for mission-critical applications that run on the Nutanix platform. So this was our first foray into supporting external storage with Dell PowerFlex. Now, many of you, we realize that there's a whole plethora of storage arrays and systems out there that you folks all use. So let me ask you this question. What other storage systems would you like us to support? Can I hear some answers? OK, I'm hearing a whole range of them out there. But I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're going to support Pure next. I'm sure many of you folks here have Pure Storage deployed. They're a leading provider of FlashArrays. And I'm thrilled today to announce that Pure and Nutanix are coming together. We're committed to giving you that choice. We're integrating the Nutanix platform, cloud platform, with Pure's FlashArray. The solution is going to be in early access very soon, this summer, and we expect it to be generally available later this calendar year. So for those of you who are interested in becoming early access customers, please let us know. We'll be happy to work with you all. Now, I can talk about the solution, but I'd like to get a dear friend of mine, Charlie Giancarlo, who's the CEO at Pure Storage, to talk about this. Now, a little story about me and Charlie. Charlie and I, turns out, went to the same college, UC Berkeley, together, not at the same time. Then we worked together for many years at Cisco. And he's been a colleague, friend, and mentor. He was my boss at Cisco for a bit. And then we went our different ways. And I tell you, if you'd asked me a few years ago whether Pure and Nutanix would have come together, I could not even have imagined that. But yet again, here we are today, Nutanix and Pure coming together to deliver you this world-class solution. So let's hear from Charlie Giancarlo on video. Let's play the video.
Thank you, Rajiv, for the very warm welcome. It's a great pleasure to be speaking to all of you at .next today. Not long ago, you had to choose between the simplicity of a single vendor virtualization experience or the flexibility and power of best-of-breed solutions, never both in one. But that's changing. Disruption and uncertainty are forcing every enterprise to rethink the foundations of their application architecture, including your long-held assumptions about virtualization. Customers have been clear with me. They want simplicity and power, agility and control. Today, we're announcing a new joint solution that combines the Nutanix cloud infrastructure with Pure Storage's industry-leading data storage and management platform. That's right. We've joined forces in engineering, design, and delivery to deliver a new full-stack solution that's resilient, high-performing, and ready to scale at the speed of your business. Together, we're giving you a modern, simplified infrastructure, purpose-built for mission-critical virtualized environments. We're enabling you to have the freedom to choose the server platform that you trust best. With Pure FlashArray now natively integrated into Nutanix cloud infrastructure, customers gain a unified experience, paired with the performance and efficiency of our Purity software and Pure One management system. Starting this summer, we'll offer early access with full global availability by the end of the year. For every IT professional rethinking virtualization, and to every partner looking to differentiate, come explore what we've built. It's designed for what's next and built to help you win. To everyone at .next, enjoy the conference. Thank you, Rajiv, for your partnership, and thank you, Nutanix, for working together with Pure. Back to you.
And I want to thank Charlie and his team, because we've had such a good engineering collaboration between our two teams to bring the solution to market. And by the way, there must be something about CEOs wearing leather jackets here. I need to get one myself. But that's not all. We've also come together with Cisco, Pure, and Nutanix to bring a fully validated solution to market that combines Cisco's UCS servers, Unified Compute Servers, Cisco switches, the Nutanix Cloud Platform on Cisco UCS, combined together with Pure's FlashArrays. That solution is called FlashStack with Nutanix, and it's also going to be available later this year at the same time that we deliver our Pure solution. So again, this is a simple, turnkey way for you all to get a solution from 3 vendors coming together that you can deploy out of the box for a complete solution. So we talked about, how does that like? You like that, folks? So we talked about the hardware ecosystem. And by the way, we'll continue to add more storage partners over time. Now let's talk about the app ecosystem on our platform.